Hello snowboarders of the internet. I'm your host Avran LeFeber, and in this video we're going to be reviewing the Salomon District Pro binding. I rode this binding at Arapahoe Basin on a day that had a mix of blue skies with high layered clouds, moderate winds, cold temperatures, fresh pow, choppy pow, perfect corduroy, and I rode it on my Telos Mike Rankwit snowboard with my K2 Thraxis boots. When it comes to adjustability, it's pretty basic stuff. You have twist cams on the toe and the heel strap that you unscrew, and you can lengthen or shorten those straps to center them on your boot. And then you have two set screws at the base of the heel cup to adjust the forward lean as well as the high back rotation. That's it. Nothing more. Pretty straightforward stuff. When it comes to the straps, there's nothing mind-blowing about them. With the toe strap, you got this multiple cutout design that's going to grip just a variety of shapes. I would say that like really bulky ones, you might have some issues with it. With that heel strap, it's that new age minimal material so that all the padding is provided from the boot. It's got a little bit of a cutout, it fits over the instep, it locks you down, it's secure, you don't really have to worry about it. When it comes to the ratchets, they climb well, they release well, you don't really have to worry about it. They do their thing. Pretty straightforward. You do have a one finger quick release tap on the heel strap. The toe strap doesn't have that. That's my only gripe about this. If you're gonna have it on one, have it on the other. Otherwise, never had any issues with them prematurely releasing or just not engaging. So the big thing to talk about with the high back on this binding is that it has shadow fit technology, which changes the dynamic of how it's gonna ride. You end up with just a little bit more lateral play due to that chassis having a little bit more give. Now, this is the District Pro, so it is a little stiffer than the regular District, so when you drive into it, you notice that. The forward lean is also tied to the high back rotation, which is just those two screws at the base of the chassis. So if you're looking to do on the fly forward lean adjustments, that's gone. You lose that with this. Otherwise, you know, it still is a soft high back. It's just a little bit stiffer than the regular District. Did its thing. It's nothing really special about it. It is a little bit wider, so you know, if you've got a bulkier boot that just sits wider, you're gonna feel that. So the overall flex of this binding is a little bit on the softer side. I'd say just below a middle of the road. And a lot of that is due in part to the shadow fit in the heel cup. You just have more lateral give in there. That's just the way it's designed, so you can just move your heels around. You lose that drive on the outside or the inside of the binding. You just have more play. It just lets you kind of set your heels up. The straps do have a bit more drive into them, so when you really push into it, you can feel it engage when you go from toe to heel. Overall, as I said, still a bit of a softer binding. It's just one of those ones for someone that wants a little bit of a looser fit, that's just gonna do like more of a slashy turn than a precise turn. That's who this is really for. The overall ride of this binding is surfy. That's just kind of how shadow fit works. You lose that precision to just get a little bit more lateral play in there. It actually does a decent job dampening underfoot. It's not the most mind-blowing, but it does a decent job. But if you're one of those guys that wants precision, this isn't the binding for you. But if you want something that's a little more loose, maybe a little more sloppy feeling, more jibby, more surfy, that's what this feel is on this. Who's this binding for? The surfy freestyle guy. So I go back and forth with shadow fit technology on whether I like it or not. Some days I do, some days I don't. Certain bindings I think are riding better than others, but here's the thing with it. If it's too soft in the heel cup, you lose that drive and power out of it, and then it's just sort of like, oh, it's a soft surfy binding, be great for jibbing or riding pow. And if it's too stiff, you don't notice it at all, and it's just another binding. With this, it kind of sits in the middle. Like, I was smashing pow, so obviously I wanted something that would give me more ankle flex for steering so I could slash with it, and this did a great job. But had I wanted more precision and power, I may have wanted something a little bit stiffer with it. Overall, I think it's a good binding, and I think it has the right marketing for that right type of rider. I just don't know if having that much give in the heel cup is something I want to go to this late in life for me. I mean, I've been riding 25 years. I like power, you know. Do I think that there are people that are going to absolutely love this? Yes. Do I think it's me? Not necessarily. The K2 Lean AT, the Union Strata, the Rome Vice, This has been my review of the Salomon District Pro Team Binding. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you own a pair? Are you going to buy a pair? Leave me a comment down below. Let's have a conversation about this binding. If you're new here, remember to subscribe, click the bell, get those notifications. That way you're not missing any of the videos we got coming out for all you snowboarders of the internet. And if you really like what we're doing over here and you want to support us further, swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP and become a member. Sure, I could tell you more here, but I got a video over there that explains it so much better. As always, I've been your host, Avran LeFeber, and I'll see you in another video.